Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is KDK Kildyken, and in today's video, I just wanted to bring you a quick announcement and update about my light gun image for Retropie on the Pi 4 concerning a couple of issues. I know a number of you have downloaded my image, and some of you have been getting a emulation station crash error. And I have pretty much pinpointed where that is coming from, so we'll be talking about that. And then also, a number of you have reached out to me in the community and also commented on my video concerning the Aimtrack Light gun. A lot of you have been asking for support. And so in today's video, I have some answers to clarify and clear up a number of things. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so first and foremost, the Aimtrack Light gun retails for about $120. This is one of the three premier light guns you can use on Retropie. I can't think of some of the other ones, but I know some of you are using the Dolphin Bar, and of course the Sendin light gun, and then of course the Aimtrack light gun. And I do know and I am aware that there are a number of light gun tutorials out there, and everyone is claiming that the Aimtrack light gun works on the Pi. And to some extent, that is true. So right now, the I was actually just researching a lot of the information with Aimtrack, and it does have Linux support. However, the Linux support is not offered by Ultimark. They do not offer the Linux support for this particular light gun directly. It is offered indirectly by a third party developer, and I do believe her name is Katie. Another gentleman that I know has emailed her, and they've been corresponding just a little bit. And so, as of right now, as far as everything that I know about the Aimtrack light gun, right now it only has support for the Pi 3. And the reason for that being is it does work for RetroPie devices, it does work for the Raspberry Pi, but it only uses emulators. As you guys all know, if you've been watching my channel, advanced MAME is not supported on the RetroPie 4 device or the Pi 4, and also MAME for all. So those are two of the emulators that are supported with the Aimtrack light gun. Now, the cool thing is that it does use this as a mouse. So the technology that is being used for the Aimtrack light gun is very similar to what you use for the Dolphin Bar. But unfortunately, because these emulators are not supported or really used with association of a lot of the light gun games. That's why most of you are having problems, or actually, that is why you are having problems, is because it is not compatible due to this software. Now, I do believe the dev may be working on this. I'm not exactly sure. I think we're supposed to get back to her to find out what's going on. This is something they weren't aware of because a lot of the devs and companies that put out this stuff, again, it's not so much about whether or not the hardware is compatible with the device, but the games have to support the emulator, and then of course the emulator has to support the hardware. So they all kind of work in tandem in regards to this. So let me see if I have some additional documentation on this. I do know her name is Katie. I was scrolling through this a little earlier. Let's see here. Download Aimtrack configuration installer. And there is a mention of this here. Let me see if I could find it. Linux support is third party, of course. I've already seen that. But there's an actual link on here somewhere where it shows you her name and where you can contact her. But hopefully that's something that they are working on eventually. Let's see here. This is all software based. And I know there are a number of videos out there where everyone is saying that, yeah, you can use the Aimtrack on the Raspberry Pi device. And honestly, I wish they were probably a little bit more specific. I haven't actually looked at this information. Maybe they were in the same boat as me. But yeah, I think, if you're kind of doing a video on a device and people are paying $120 to be a little bit more specific about the user interface. Okay, here it is here. Usage with Linux incorporated Retropie. So again, obviously most of this documentation is dating back to when the 3B Plus was reigning predominantly within the Retropie community. We are grateful for third-party support for Aimtrack guns under Linux, which can be found on developer Katie Snow's page here. So she is the individual that I believe wrote the original script, which is included in Supreme Ultra, as well as a few other images out there. It doesn't have to be Supreme Ultra or any Supreme anything. It could be anybody's base, so anybody can import this onto their base image. So if you do have a 3B plus, yes, it does work. I haven't seen a lot of tutorials with it. So let's go ahead and click on her page here. And so this is all the software that you would need. And of course it uses advanced MAME and MAME for all with the software here. And so to address the second issue, yeah, so go ahead, reach out to her, and maybe, who knows, I don't know how long it would probably take them to get it working, but that's who you would want to reach out to. So Ultimark has kind of disassociated themselves from providing support with Linux. So the other issue is, before I release an image, I do a number of testing. And I talked to one of the devs the other day, and this is something that really recently popped up, and I think it was a Retropie or a Raspberry Pi update where something was added. And I do know originally it was in beta, and then the full patch came out, and then that's what's really causing the issue. So pretty much there's something going on in either the Raspberry Pi or Retropie that's causing that crash. So essentially, I know if you are using particular themes, and I do believe if you're using that Pistolero theme I put together for you, which is based off of the Epic Noir, it uses a lot of memory in the background, or it uses a lot of GPC memory. So if you go into Raspi config, there is a way to I'm sorry, not GPC, but the GPU memory. If you go in there and actually increase it, that will prevent that from happening. I can't remember what, I think that particular image is at default. But however, if you go into WinSCP, you log in under root and you remove that particular theme and delete it, it'll automatically default one of the other themes to boot up at start, because that theme is no longer there, and then you should be able to safely log in. So that is the fix. I don't know which command, I don't think it's a command line. I think there was a script or something they updated, and it's causing that. And what's interesting is I've tested that image. Obviously you've seen it here on my channel. I've played around with it for a few weeks, and I noticed I didn't have any issues with it. But it wasn't until I was playing around with my Venom image where I actually started to experience that myself. And that was after I Pi shrunk it, after I uploaded it, after I downloaded it again. And that's when I reflashed it to another SSD, where I started to experience the exact same thing, which is really weird because I had the theme on there. I was using another theme, and then I switched over to that particular theme or one that was like it, and that's when I started to experience that problem. So it's pretty weird because I've played around with it on the Venom image, didn't have any problems, didn't have any issues with it for weeks before I released it. So I don't know if there was something that happened during the Pi shrinking process, and then combination with whatever was updated in either Retropie or the Raspberry drivers causing that issue. But that is the fix as to why that crash has been happening. But so again, if you go into WinSCP and you delete that particular theme, or stay away from themes that needs that additional GPU power in order to run, which is again pretty odd because I've used it and you guys saw me make a video on it and it never happened to me. But yeah, that's what's causing it. And so if you delete it, and then once you delete it, Emulation Station would then allow you to reboot back in using another theme in its place, and you should be absolutely fine. So I just wanted to bring you guys this quick important update. about Lightguns and the Ultimark issue, because some of you have commented on my video wondering about it. And of course, all we do as far as either being a dev or image maker or people in the community is install the software that is supposed to be compatible. And then of course we do further research like this to find out what's really going on. And then you find out, well, their software is not fully compatible with the emulators that are provided. And so if you guys have listened to my previous videos, this is what one of the situations or things I was mentioning. As you see here, currently this script supports MAME dev and advanced MAME emulators. So I saw another link. I think the email that I saw said MAME for all. So the other versions, again, MAME 2015, 2003, MAME 2000 plus. I think it was MAME 2010, and I think there's another emulator. So none of those are, however, here are compatible with the Aimtrack Light gun, which is why you guys haven't seen any videos with Aimtrack on the Pi 4, at least to my knowledge anyway. So again, guys, this is KDK Keeldike, and just wanted to bring you this quick, important update and information. Hope you found it helpful. Catch you guys next time. See you guys soon. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.